What's up, party people? I'm John McNeil, and this is Unpeeled. Today I'm joined by
Tatiana DeMaria.
And Tatiana. For the people at home, what do you do musically?
I write at the base, and then at the base of everything, not on the base.
Like the bass camp?
Yeah. So bass camp, I write, and I also produce, and I perform. So I started in a rock band called Tat, and we did Warped Tour a bunch. And I started by just wanting to express myself. So I wrote songs, and then I ended up by putting the band together, and then we toured. But alongside that, I was also producing a lot of underground UK hip-hop.
Okay.
So I've always kind of done a few styles.
Yeah, walking the line.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love it. There's good and bad music to me in every. That's the only two types of music.
We were talking about that the other day, actually. We just said a song's a song. Like, it's a good song. If a song's, it doesn't matter who wrote it.
Yeah.
If it's a good song, it's a good song.
Exactly. And the truth is, it also varies by person.
Yeah.
For me, there's good music and not good music based on what I like. But that vary from person to person.
And some of those could be my favorite bands.
There we go.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So
basically I enjoy making different styles.
Yeah.
And this Warped Tour is the first time I'm putting out my solo record, my solo music. And I'm super excited about that because it's the first time I've combined all of my production, my writing, and all the styles across the board into one sound that I identify with fully.
Yeah.
I always identified with the Tat sound, but it was a rock band, and there wasn't much. We strayed a bit.
What made you decide to go out solo and leave?
When we were in Tat, we were touring, and I was writing these new songs, and we tried them in the band, but they kept sounding very much like a Tat song, which is great in some respects, but then I felt like the songs needed a slightly different approach on the recording.
Were they not growing enough?
No, it's just that some things you're like, that kick drum doesn't sound right. It needs to be a bit bassier. But then if the kick drum is bassier, it interferes with the bass. So then the bass, it's just production. You have to change the EQs, change the balances, and it's like it just feels right a certain way.
Yeah.
And so when I followed the way it felt right, it did sound like a different style. So we'd try and do it in the band, but it sort of became this thing of going, okay, they sound different. So either we play these really different songs in the band, or I do something separate. And having built something for years with the fans, I didn't want to keep the name and just change the sound. Because I've had bands do that I grew up listening to, and I was like, okay, I felt like something or a piece of me had kind of died.
Yeah.
So we kept the band the way it is, and then now I'm doing this solo record, and I'm loving it because it just gives me the freedom
to do whatever you want.
To do whatever I want. And you can do that in the band. It's just out of respect for our fans. I didn't want to just completely change it on them.
No, I think that's completely fair. Like, they should be happy about that. The true fans, right?
I
Like
hope
you didn't just come in and restructure this whole thing, right? You didn't tear it apart.
Yeah, I've genuinely had some of my favorite bands do that growing up, and it was a shock to the system. I was like, oh, shit. But the truth is, as a musician, you put something out there, and as a fan, I felt that thing of going, okay, when's your next record? Like, I need it. Do you know what I mean? I've been listening to you guys, and then when they don't deliver, there's almost this responsibility of, well, you've got me into it now, so keep bringing. But anyway, I'm very, very excited to be doing this. The fans have been amazing. The Tat fans have been so supportive, and you never know how people are going to react, so all I can say is thank you. You guys have been absolutely amazing, and I'm super grateful.
This is year one by yourself. How many years have you played Warped Tour in total?
This is going to be my 6th Warped Tour. I think my 5th, just about full Warped Tour, I think.
So what are some of the differences from Warped Tour 1 to now? Like the biggest differences?
Absolutely none. It's the same thing.
Yeah?
The only thing that's really different is... didn't we play this venue like years ago? So the venues sometimes vary, mostly the bands vary.
Yeah.
The routing is...
How about the hijinks and the camaraderie between the bands?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Been tight, right? It's
always been tight. I've never found a year on Warped Tour where I didn't make friends or I didn't find bands that I'm still friends with after the fact. So yeah, the camaraderie is still amazing. With 60 bands, you're bound to find someone to hang out with.
Yeah. And 60 bands full of creatives, right?
Yeah, and it's like-minded people. We all wake up every day. We all have the same things we're doing. We're all in it together. Like, everyone knows their set time is going to be told to them at 9 a.m. That's right. Just pace out.
That's it. I'm out of here.
I'm just going to walk through there now. Okay. What up, Seb? Coming in. it's been really lovely. I think the bands change, so the personalities change and the vibes change, and sometimes the parties change, you know, backstage. But
Change is good too.
Yeah.
You don't want the same party every night.
Nah, and that's good. It's variation. It's like, okay, let's see what kind of nut jobs we've got with us, you know.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
year we're all a bunch of nut jobs, so it's fun. Let's just mix all the crazy and see what magic comes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's lovely. I love
So
it.
if people are going to find your music online, where they're going, like, where are you most active online to connect with your fans?
I'm most active on Instagram.
Yeah, it's
so
easy.
It's
Yeah, I like
easy.
it too.
I like the photos.
Yeah.
I like the comments. It's all
Yeah.
there. And then Facebook as well.
And you got a couple singles on Spotify.
I do. So there's a bunch of music out. There's
Yeah.
3 tracks out now from my debut EP. Too Much, London Don't Lie, and What It Is About You. London Don't Lie is a song I actually played on Warped Tour a couple of years ago, and I did it acoustically.
Okay, cool.
So now it's fleshed out. The music video's just come out as well. So it's on YouTube and Vivo and all over the internet, Spotify, Apple Music. Check it out.
Oh, yeah.
London Don't Lie. And there's more stuff to come. So, yeah, there's another track in about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
There's another track after
Is the
that.
whole feel of this album, is it more acoustically? Is it a mix of hip hop? Do we have all the variations of your personality and everything's jammed in there?
Yeah, the idea was to find one sound that I felt most at home in, that I feel, because when I listen to the stuff I make for other people, there's always things I like to do. And so when I combine it into one thing, I get very satisfied. I listen to it and go, fuck yes, that bridge is exactly what I
Now
wanted.
I'm really interested. I want to hear the record from front to back just to see the progressions and changes.
Well, it's funny that you say that because the EP itself that I'm releasing, so I released one song at the beginning of the year, and then there's one almost every month throughout the summer. But they start in a certain way, and it sort of progresses.
Yeah, I like whole albums. I like a whole album listen.
Well, this
I'm
one's-
a rarity still, I think.
I love that. I love
Because
that.
I think a lot of people, like these days, attention spans have gone out the window.
Yeah, it's
Give me singles. But I like the peaks and valleys, and sometimes the record be over a year, and you can see the progression through that year.
I
don't know.
love that you listen to full records.
Yeah, I love it.
This is an EP for now, so we've got 5 tracks,
Yeah.
but it does a similar thing where you start with a sound. The next song is quite different to what these sounds have been, but it is a progression. And when you look at the 5 tracks as a whole, the songs I'm most excited about aren't out yet.
Okay.
But then after that, after this EP,
hidden gems.
exactly.
Yeah.
No, I hope people like them as much as I do. But you know, it's the work you're most proud of. It's not like this
It's
is
the journey.
It's the journey. It's the
Journey
words.
presents Vans Warped Tour, right? We're coming full circle here. Look at that.
Oh, see what this man did? Yes, exactly.
I didn't mean to do that. That's super cheesy. Don't do this at home.
No, do this at home.
Do.
We're
Be
in
the cheese.
Canada.
Be the cheese.
Amazing. Exactly. Be
Well,
the cheese.
safe travels. Thank
you
you
so
so much
much.
for your time.
Such a
and
pleasure to meet you.
You too. I can't wait to hear your album.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
welcome.
Have a good one.
Peace out.
Bye, guys.